an entirely new state of matter. Yeah, you heard that.
This is Dylan. You should definitely watch his video. He speaks about a newly discovered state of matter, which is called the topological state, which is not, it's not liquid, it's not gas, it's not matter, but it's something else. And I want to speak about 25 years ago, I had the experience of actually experiencing how things come into reality, and this was at the moment of conception. This was at the moment of conception of a baby. And 2 months earlier, I was at my parents' house, and at my parents' house, I ate mussels. And the first mussel I took in my mouth, there was a black pearl in it. And I was super happy, like extremely happy to have found that black pearl. It was very tiny in that mussel, and I kept it like in a really special place. Strangely enough, a month later in October, this was in 1999, on 9/11, 1999, the pearl appeared. On 19/10, 1999, the pearl disappeared. And then on 1999, something really interesting happened. I was sitting in an acupuncture class, and I was sitting there with 7 really serious German doctors who were learning acupuncture, and I was not really paying attention. It was a Sunday morning. I was really tired, and because I went out for dinner with my parents-in-law at that moment and the night before. And interestingly enough, I also had mussels, and the first mussel I took in my mouth, there was a white pearl in the mussel. But I was just so grieving my black pearl that I didn't really pay attention to it. So I was sitting there in that class, and I was tired and just not really paying much attention, and I was looking into the void, basically. And the sun was shining, and there were these rays of sunlight coming into the room, and there was this one piece of dust or piece of lint that was floating down. It was floating down really, really slowly, and I was just following it with my eyes. And I was thinking like, oh, you fall really slow. And it did go really slow. And it went down, down, down. And then it was right above my paper, my white paper that I hadn't written anything on for the last few days during that class. And there was that piece of lint turned into a little cloud. And that cloud turned into the pearl. This little cloud was spiraling down of dust. And then it suddenly turned into the pearl. And that was exactly the moment of conception. I could feel it. I could sense it. I literally sensed this light in my belly. And the night before, my boyfriend and I had made love, and I guess I got pregnant. But this was the moment of conception. And this is such an incredible, clear way of understanding how things emerge out of nothing, how consciousness emerges out of nothing. This has nothing to do with the sperm and the egg, but this is the non-physical part that comes into existence. This is the soul showing itself. And I actually help women too in this process of helping their children to embody themselves. And I have phenomenal things happening where sometimes souls announce themselves in images, where they already show themselves in pictures before they're even conceived, or before women find out that they're pregnant. And so this completely changes the game in fertility. And I'm sure that in the next few years, we will find out much, much more about this whole process, about understanding that we women, in a way, really hold the key to this manifestation, to bringing consciousness into manifestation, to birthing reality. And I'm very curious if anyone else has similar experiences at the moment of conception. I had another instance where a shell appeared at the moment of conception, which was also phenomenal. You can actually read it in my book, Clouds in Bodies.